Hello, Notre Dame. Welcome to another Wellness Wednesday. I'm Miss Peace, our school social worker, and I'm here with Mrs. Pietriusti, our school child and youth counselor. This week, we wanted to talk a little bit about social media and electronics, like video games and that sort of thing, and specifically how they are related to our wellness, because they absolutely are. During these pandemic days, we're so much more isolated than usual, and so social media and online ways of connecting are really important. For most of us, they are the primary way in which we are keeping engaged with our relationships and connecting with other people, which is super helpful and super important. As we also know, social media is not always helpful and can be quite harmful to ourselves and to others. And we use it a lot. That could be relationally, it could also just be in terms of our physical health, our eyes, the amount of time we're spending on screens. And it's important that we step back every so often and do a bit of a wellness check on our social media use so that we can do some honest reflecting about how it's impacting our health and wellness, how it's impacting our relationships, and how it's impacting other people.
So just some questions to think about when you're using your social media and being online a lot of the time. We want you to think about how do you feel after? So after you've kind of shut the screen or gone away from your cell phone, just do a little check of like, how do you feel? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling not great? Are you thinking of others? Are you worried about something? Is it impacting how you feel? How much time are you spending on it? Is it a little bit of time? Is it a lot of time? Does it depend on your mood, how much time you're actually spending on it? Is it impacting things like your sleep, your academics, your relationship with your parents or other important people in your life? Are you getting involved in things that you know maybe are not right or make you have really conflicted feelings because you know maybe that's not the best way to treat someone? Or how would you feel if your parents or teachers ever saw what you're posting? Think about that as well too, that, would you be okay if your teachers or parents saw that? So just some questions to ponder to kind of do a little check of how do I feel and how good is this for me at the moment and what am I kind of getting into and how that impacts us every day.
Yeah, those are such important questions to ask. And they might be kind of uncomfortable questions to ask because you might find yourself with an answer where you're like, ooh, I don't know about that. And it's not something to ignore. We might want to push away from that and avoid it and ignore it. But the reality is that there's things that we can do about it, even if it's one small step to maybe set a goal to move towards wellness a little bit more with our use of social media and gaming and electronics. So maybe it's reducing our time a little bit or asking that question more often, what if my teachers were seeing this stuff or my parents? And maybe that's going to change the way that you present yourself online because it's still you and it's still real. And we need to keep that in mind when we're using virtual reality and virtual technology. So we're going to put a couple slides up that invite you to consider more of these questions, as well as think on some strategies for how you might try to add a wellness lens to your use of social media so that, we can be mindful of the ways in which these things impact our health, as well as the ways in which these things impact other people. So take a look at these slides and hopefully you can engage with some of the questions. We'll see you in a couple weeks.